Right there, welcome back to the channel. United playing Everton at home tomorrow. Lunchtime kickoff. Always the early kickoff. Could there be an upset on the cards? Generally, you find an upset on the cards. I'm hoping not in this case. It's Sean Dyche. It's Everton. United coming into it on the back of that 3-1 loss against the Derby, where some people are saying, you know, we got a little bit of something out of the game. It wasn't the arse kicking that we thought, but it kind of also was at the same time. We obviously can't play the same way tomorrow against Everton. We are in sixth. We are 6 points behind Spurs, who also have a game in hand. We have won 3, lost 2 of our last 5, coming off the back of 2 straight league defeats. It's another must-win game. West Ham are only 2 points behind us. Newcastle only 4 points behind that. If you fail to secure 3 points, you're going to be completely out of that race for top 4, which I already think is fingertips at the moment. Now, Everton are 16th in the league. They're on 25 points. They've lost 2, drawn 3 of their last 5, and they've failed to register a win in their last 10 top-flight games. They've been under a lot of pressure this season following the point deduction. A successful appeal did appease the pressure just a little bit, give them a few more points back, and now they are 5 points away from the relegation zone. In the last meeting, we beat them 3-0 in November. That was Garnacho, Marshall, Rashford getting on the score sheet. It was the overhead kick from Garnacho, in case you had forgotten. Højlund could return, but I'm not expecting it. I think we're still struggling with that stacked injury list. Shaw, Mount, Mountainez are still all expected to be out. As for Everton, it seems like Idrissa Gueye is going to be a doubt with a groin strain. Danjuma is expected to be a miss with an ankle injury. He's not made an appearance for Everton since the end of January. Now, how do they play? Really? Don't know how Sean Dyche plays. He plays... Look, he has got a textbook on how to play football. It might say 1989 in the corner of it, but this is his book and this is what he sticks to. They're going to come and defend first. They will try and ask questions of us later or in transition only. They will line up very close to a 4-4-2. It may more look like a 4-4-1-1. And he's known for patient pressing. So that's stay in it to win it kind of mentality, which sees his size hoping to hold out, grab a chance through percentages or set plays. And you'll always see them trying to identify a target, someone that they're going to press, maybe someone with a bit of a heavier touch in midfield. They'll look for that. They'll look to try and win the ball in that kind of area. They will leave our defence to have the ball. They will not press. They will sit off and they will look to identify a target which they will close down with quickness. So you're going to have to be astute on the ball when you're passing it into sort of that second line. Now, Everton don't really have many, but their success on the pitch has been attributed to probably a combination of the hard work of James Garner and Amadou Onana. They're both young, energetic, athletic midfielders, and they cover a lot of ground and they work hard for the team. And it's been relatively successful for them. Offensively, Dyche is pretty rigid in how they play. They love to counter-attack. They love to get the ball in behind fullbacks, traditional wingers, putting crosses in for the big fella in the middle. And winning battles in key areas is going to be decisive, I would think, in the game. The majority of Everton's goals come on the break, really, for Everton under Dyche. Beto has been the big man up top of late, and direct, dangerous wing play is what provides for the 6'3" striker. The wide man of choice, or the wide men of choice, you're looking at Jack Harrison, Dwight McNeil. They combine to provide for either Beto or Calvert-Lewin, who are major aerial threats. And it's not easy to defend against Dyche and his teams. Their wide play is actually quite effective because it's so direct. It's quite one-dimensional, but it is quick and it's ruthless. And Everton often give sides a little bit of a false sense of security because you'll see Onana and Garner doing doggies and doing bits, but they're able to find those wingers and they're able to send them running into dangerous areas before they even can come in and shoot, or they're going to look to try and play a ball in for that number 9. Predicted 11's probably going to look something like this, and the star man or the danger man, I think, would probably be Doucouré. He is their top scorer for the season with 6 goals. He kind of acts like a bit of a number 10 second striker. He's got a couple of assists to his name as well. And he's definitely going to be a threat because he's really astute at getting the ball where it needs to go. Often passes before the assist come from him. He will set up the wingers, or he will set up something that's going to result in at least a shot getting off. You got to get the second balls, because the second balls is what Everton live for. Sean Dyche lives for. Anybody who's deploying a team in 4-4-2 is looking to play the angles, looking to play those percentages, and looking to get in your face in a certain way. And that's what Sean Dyche is going to do, and Doucouré is going to be a big part of that. Dependent on the injuries that United face, and I think the team is the only team that is available to us. I would go with Onana, Dalot. I think it'll be Lindelof, but I would go with Amrabat, even though Amrabat's been doing his best to make any selection of him look mental. I still think he's a better option than Lindelof there. I think Evans and Varane, if we can play that, let's go with that. In midfield, Casemiro, Mainu. And then I'm going to try Bruno off the right-hand side, because I think that's an opportunity for us there. I go with Rashford down the middle, Garnacho on the left. He'll be up against Ashley Young. Hopefully he can get something against him. I see Ashley Young giving a foul away against Garnacho because his acceleration would be too much for him. McTominay in the 10, and basically what I'm looking for there, I'm looking for him to crash the box. I don't know if that's the best idea when you're up against like Tarkowski, because he's just going to eat that up. But I don't really have a lot of options available to me to pick like a ton of other players. If I thought there was any chance of having Ahmad involved, I would go with Ahmad, and I would find a way to bring Ahmad in. Maybe Garnacho on the right, Rashford on the left, and Ahmad down the middle, and see how that goes. Bruno behind, Mainu, Casemiro behind, and I think that might do better, because what you'd be looking at then is almost like a pair of 10s. But is there enough penetration? And I think he's just in survival mode a little bit at the moment, the manager. So I think he'll probably go with what's the old faithful rather than something that's a little bit of a gamble, which would be Ahmad. But I think Ahmad would be the one that if you give me the choice now, if I'm picking a team, obviously I've seen flashes in games, but like anybody else, we haven't seen enough of him. And I think he's a talented kid. And I wouldn't mind seeing if he can make it happen for United. I would not risk Højlund, because I think I would rather wait one more week, make sure he's going to be back and stay back, because I think we've rushed players back. But if we do that, otherwise, if he is genuinely fit, then start him. And if he is fit, I think we've got a lot more of a chance of getting the 3 points. If he's not, then it's going to be a graft. As always, this preview is brought to you by our friends at Parimatch UK, and I have got an exclusive bet boost that you cannot get anywhere else. For our game against Everton, I'm going for a United win, a Bruno assist, and Casemiro to be carded. That has been boosted from 14-1 to 17-1. And if you'd like to get involved on a bet boost, all you got to do is click the link in the description. And the prices, remember, are subject to change. You've got to be over 18 to participate. And football, especially United, totally unpredictable. So a little bit of fun to enhance your enjoyment of the game, and clearly not a promise of winning. For help and more information on responsible gaming, please visit begambleaware.org. And once again, exclusive to myself and Parimatch, check the link in the description. Go and check them out, help support the channel, and otherwise, let me know what bets you are having in the comments this weekend. Now, on to the how do you beat them? To coin a Rennie Mullenstein phrase, possession with a purpose. Playing it with a purpose is going to be the key in this game. You can't just hold possession in areas for no reason. You need to work it into certain areas. You're able to overload 4-4-2s. You're able to hit different angles when teams play a 4-4-2. You want to drag them out of position if at all possible, because the whole idea of a 4-4-2 is to lock it down, make space hard to find. But if you get Bruno Fernandes on the ball, in pockets of space, similar to the one that we had in the derby, the right passes could help us win this game. I think you need to have tactical synergy as well, because too many times United have not played like a team. Too much criticism of United's tactical structure, and that's not to say there's been too much criticism. There's criticism because it deserves criticising, but there's been too much of it. So, the way we won't be criticised is to be better. That's what my thinking is, at least, anyway. If Ten Hag can get things working in unison again, these home games will start to become, sensible, straightforward 3 points for us, and that's what it's not been for so long. And then finally, you got to be clinical in attack because Everton will make it tough. This could be a bore fest. This could be attack versus defence for 90 minutes. This could be United holding the ball, recycling it, moving it into areas and having attacks break down. Hopefully then regaining possession, stopping a counter-attack and then slowly working it back into the same sort of position just to lose it again. That's how this game could really go. This could look so boring. So the crowd can't get on the back of the players. It's got to just be constant encouragement and we will find a gap and we will break them open. That's what I'm hoping at least anyway. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.